There was a time when music didn't need a screen or a filter or even an algorithm, but it needed a stage and a crowd and also a feeling.
Today we're talking about why old music still matters and how artists today are bringing that sound, that soul, and that raw energy back.
I'm Mia.
I'm Dom, and we are your hosts for today.
And this is Turn It Up. So first, to understand why old music still moves people, you have to talk to someone who's bringing it back to the biggest stages, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Brad Balsama is a musician and a talent agent with tribute bands, booking, and entertainment, and the organizer behind Flying High Forever, a massive all-star tribute honoring Ozzy Osbourne at Jannus Live. And we even filmed it at the tribute, which was something very unforgettable. And that raw feeling is just kind of rare nowadays.
Oh yes, Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness, is amazing. Without further ado, let's see what Brad has to say.
There was an iconic era for not only rock and roll and heavy metal, but all music genres that took place between pretty much 1950 to about the 90s, late 2000s. And the iconic brands of different bands and different genres and musicians, I just don't think will ever be replicated. I don't think that there will be another iconic era because they created, everything that influences everybody for what they do nowadays. So when you look at a band like Ozzy or a musician like Ozzy and the bands like Black Sabbath that he was in and his own brand, there's just never going to be a creation or an influence that has the potential to ever peak and captivate the style of music the way that he did. It's been done. And that's it. The only thing that people can do is try and replicate their own version of it. So Ozzy, Van Halen, Metallica, Motley Crue, all of these bands that were in that iconic phase, there's never going to be another timestamp like that again. I started playing guitar in like 2001. I completely missed the 90s as a musician. So when I was 12 years old, I was going back in my dad's CD collection and finding all of this stuff that I was reading about in magazines and hearing about on the internet. And as I was getting into music, there were new versions of these genres like nu metal, industrial rock and metal, and all of these different things that were happening, but they were all branching from the originals, the OGs. You can watch a concert on YouTube. You can access live music from your living room, but when you go out and you get it front row or firsthand, there's just no other experience like that. And I think that, the organic presence of a live show still reminds people how important it is to get out and see and feel and be able to touch things firsthand and enjoy something from beginning to end versus just continuously moving on to, the next thing, trying to find this satisfaction that you'll never get anywhere else like you would from, a full live performance from a band that's actually playing their instruments. Keeping live music going is to just kind of fight the artificial intelligence era. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing to me.
Wow, thank you so much, Brad, for your wise words. Everything he said is so true, and it makes me feel like I want to live in the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I feel like it would be such a fun time. All of the live concerts with all those legendary people, it's just irreplaceable.
Okay, moving on. Old music doesn't just live on big stages. Sometimes it lives inside families.
That's right, and Bobby Vongvenekeo is a lifelong musician and also the band leader of Flora, one of the best bands in Florida right now, still going live, having gigs every single week. And he's also someone who lives music as a legacy. So let's see what he has to say.
I fell in love with old music at the age of 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
So having the Asian heritage background, I used to steal my mom's chopsticks and steal my dad's records, his vinyls, and beat on them to music from Ozzy, from Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and Cyndi Lauper, Madonna. Any record he had, I would beat on it, and I love it. The older music, it touches you, whether it's the sing-alongs or just the sounds of the guitars from Jimi Hendrix to Jimmy Page to Randy Rhoads to Eddie Van Halen. To all the above. I mean, it's just the sound. The sound just moves you, and it's different. Yeah. It's a movement. So.
And Flow Rock covers all different types of music.
Yes, absolutely. Music is a universal language. It touches all of us, whether it's my family, my band, whether it's your family, there's some form of connection. And that's like the universal language that everybody can relate to. The sing-alongs, people come to our shows to have a good time, to get away from stress, work, life, school, and all the above. And that's what music does to you. It really makes you feel that movement in some type of way. It's the magic, it's the spark, it's the sound, it's the vibrations, energy, all the above.
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed when you were talking about music with generations, with your family. That's definitely reminiscent with me, with my family showing me Metallica and Ozzy.
That's really cool. How old were you when they showed you that type of stuff?
Around 13.
Oh, wow. That's very rare. I mean, I don't really see a lot of teenagers getting into that.
Yeah, but I just enjoy it, and it's a big part of my life now.
And Flora is definitely still going to be around, and they have countless shows across Florida in 2026, so make sure to please support them. It's so amazing seeing them live. I mean, how do you feel when you see them live?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's like electric.
Yes.
Yeah, really get your energy going. And from massive tribute stages to family bands, one thing definitely becomes clear.
Yeah, the one thing clear is probably old music bringing connections all around the world with artists that aren't just produced and redone over and over again. It's constantly a bunch of people doing something that brings emotion. It's not just for the industry.
I like that. Yeah, it's a story.
Yeah.
And speaking of the industry, what kind of artists nowadays do you think carry on the old elements of music?
I would say the one that closely goes with that is probably Wolfgang Van Halen, like the band Mammoth. It's a band, but in studio he records everything by himself, and definitely is very musically educated like his father. It kind of reminds me of myself too. I create my own music too that's just trying to make it as raw as possible.
DJV Beats, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of your stuff you make original right in your room too. And yeah, what do you think are things you do that keep it having that raw sound?
Well, I would say the instruments are a big part. It's not just all recorded and kind of done for you. It doesn't sound stock.
So what other genres do you think have that kind of old vibe?
For genres, probably soul. Like soul, funk, that kind of stuff is starting to come back, especially with Bruno Mars, like a few years ago with Silk Sonic.
Yeah, and his new album is coming out this month too.
Yeah, there's
The Romantic Tour. We're going.
Yes, we are.
We're going to see Bruno Mars in September. Yeah, and I think he's going to bring back all of that 70s disco vibe.
Yeah, and just the raw instrument thing and not really relying on more technology related stuff like auto-tune. He just got it himself.
A lot of musicians use auto-tune now, and they kind of rely on it.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why modern music is kind of isolated.
Yeah, you don't use auto-tune.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be able to sing the notes right.
And I post singing videos. I don't have auto-tune on it.
No, I mean, you don't need it. So.
Oh, thank you.
Create your own branch.
Exactly. I like that.
It's like a tree with music. Like it just keeps on branching off with more genres.
Yeah, there was like Michael Jackson and Prince. Like I still see that from like inspiration, like Bruno Mars too, kind of.
Yeah, definitely for sure. With the creating your own music yourself and also kind of engineering it yourself too.
Like
in a
Leave
way.
the Door Open. He did that, with a band as well. And we have so many inspirations, like Brad. He's still going on with tribute bands. And, the Ozzy tribute just being this year. And there's still things going. And also Flora.
Yeah, exactly. So, like what I said earlier about music, modern music being mostly isolated, it just seems too perfect nowadays. Like, it's just on a straight line.
Yeah, it's very robot.
Yes, like AI.
Yeah, and a lot of AI music. I see that all over YouTube. I see people doing covers of it. And even restaurants, they're replacing the original tracks of really amazing songs like Whitney Houston, like I Want to Dance with Somebody, and then I hear it and it's completely AI. That kind of authenticity in music is still needed in this world, and there's still so many people that still want to bring it back, and I believe in it. I still see it being possible, and even the Grammys, you see a lot of old music elements.
It's definitely starting to come back. All right, well, thank you, Brad and Bobby, again for being our special guests, and thank you guys for tuning in on this episode. We really appreciate you listening, and we hope you take something away from it, and for you musicians out there, see what you can do differently.
That's a wrap on this episode of Turn It Up.
We'll see you guys later.